2:45 a.m. I'm fast asleep. My 7-year-old daughter, Mandy, is sound asleep in her room. Or so I think. As I lie down, deep in slumber, I hear a blood-curdling scream that instantly awakens me. The sound of Mandy screaming bloody murder makes me jump out of bed and dash down the dark hallway into her room. Her door is locked. I become fear-stricken and start yelling at Mandy to open the door. Then, there is silence. After about maybe 30 seconds, Mandy calmly opened the door. Her pajamas look slightly torn, as if she was just in a fight or a struggle. "What the hell is going on?" I immediately ask. "Jeff snuck into my room and asked if I was tired." I said no. "And he jumped on top of me like a maniac." Jeff. That name. That's when it hit me. Mandy told me a week ago she said she saw someone in her dreams that told her his name was Jeff, and began acting like Jeff was an imaginary friend. I didn't know what to think at first. After all, she's only 7. Kids have wild imaginations, but this time I knew this Jeff was more than just an imaginary friend. I'm the biggest skeptic I know, but this time I was really getting scared. The following morning, I turned on the television before work to flick through some channels. A breaking news broadcast interrupts my station moments later. The news reporter said the following. "This just in. Infamous serial killer Jeff the Killer is on the run in our somewhat quiet town of Brookfield. All residents are being warned to take extra safety measures to protect their homes from break-ins. The new curfew until further notice has been changed from 11:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mother of God, I said out loud to myself as I dropped the remote. I became extremely pale and paranoid. Suddenly, I got the feeling like I was being watched. I've heard all those fake Jeff the Killer stories online, but I didn't think it would ever come to reality. Go to sleep? Fuck that! I knew I was in for a series of restless nights, tossing and turning in my bed, which I knew would probably become my coffin soon. Later that day, Mandy came home from school in tears. I asked her what was wrong. She ignored me and ran straight up to her room. She dropped a piece of paper on the stairs on her way up. I opened it and nearly shat my pants at the drawing. A threatening letter she found in her desk at school. 3 words. "See you tonight!" Later that night, I grabbed my crowbar from work for protection. I tried not to go to sleep, but drifted off around 1:45 a.m. Exactly 1 hour later, I am awoken again, same time as last night. This time, no screaming, just a loud bang. I grabbed my crowbar, ready for a fatal battle, and slowly crept down my hallway. Halfway down, I hear Mandy scream again. I ran for Mandy's door and tried to open the door with a knob. After an idiotic failed attempt, I bust the door down with a kick. On the floor, Mandy is lying there, unconscious. Standing over her is a boy with black pants and a white hoodie, although it looked like it was stained with what looked like blood. Greasy black hair, and worst of all, his eyes. His eyelids looked like they were burnt off. And a big, evil smile that seemed to be in the form of a Chelsea grin. "Shh." The killer finally spoke out. I dropped my crowbar, frozen in fear. Big mistake. Jeff lunged at me with his blade, and the last thing I remember was Jeff whispering those famous words. "Go to sleep!"